So here it is 0.8 plus 0.7 plus 0.5 plus 0.01 divided by 4. That comes to 0.5025. That is the beta of the portfolio. Working note number 2. Calculation of RF. In that, required rate of return is equal to RF plus beta into RM minus RF. The required rate of return which is given to us in example is 22%. RF we do not know, rather we are required to find it. Beta is 0.5025. RM is 26.33 minus RF once again. This is the way we have to put the equation to make the computation of RF. So 22 is equal to RF plus 26.33 into 0.5025. That comes to 13.23 minus 0.5025 RF. So 22 minus 13.23 is equal to 1 minus 0.5025, 0.4975. Finally, RF is equal to 22 minus 13.23, 8.77 divided by 0.4975. 8.77 divided by 0.4975 is 17.63%. This is the way we can compute the RF, that is the risk-free rate of return. Once you make the computation of the RF, then we have to compute the required rate of return using RM, RF and beta information which is given to us in the question. So calculation of required rate of return. Column number 1 is security. Column number 2 is required rate of return. That is RF plus beta into RM minus RF. The security is Cement Limited, Steel Limited, Liquor Limited, Government of India bond. That is name of the security. RF is 17.63. Beta is 0.80. RM is 26.33 minus 17.63. This is the way we are required to make the computation of the required rate of return for the first security, and so on for the remaining securities, taking into account the respective beta 0.7, 0.5 and 0.01. Next it is 17.63 once again. Beta is 0.7 into 26.33 minus 17.63. 17.63 plus beta is 0.50 for Liquor Limited security. In bracket same RM minus RF. For the last security it is 17.63 plus 0.01 into 26.33 minus 17.63. So let us see that's how to calculate the answer. RM minus RF is 8.7. 8.7 into 0.8, 6.96 plus 17.63. That is 24.59. Again 8.7 into 0.7 plus 17.63. That is 23.72. Again 8.7 into 0.5 plus 17.63. that is 21.98. Again 8.7 into 0.01 plus 17.63. That comes to 17.72. This is the way the required rate of return can be calculated. Now friends, over here we understand logically that say if at all we compute average of all of them, it will be of course 22. You can check that 24.59 plus 23.72 plus 21.98 plus 17.72. The total is 88.01 divided by 4. It comes to 22.0025. This is the way we can cross verify that the answer that we have computed is correct. I just repeat my explanation. In this question, we are required to make the computation of again the required rate of return, say based on CAPM. We know that say basically there are three things which are required: RF, beta and RM. The question is providing the beta information directly. As far as the RM is concerned, for that so we have prepared a working note that whatever the return that say all the securities have been able to generate together is the return on the market portfolio. The third thing is that say we have to find RF, and for that so the average rate of return which is given to us in the question that we are using. The average rate of return is assumed to be a return consisting of these four securities held in equal proportion. So we compute first of all beta of the portfolio, and then we compute the RF as balancing figure in the required rate of return formula. Once you find the RF, then the required rate of return is calculated. So over here importantly understand that so the institute is making a clear assumption that whatever the return that these securities are able to generate in total together is so the return on the market portfolio, and the average rate of return means a portfolio consisting of these four securities held in equal proportion. This is what we understand.